Hi, I'm Afiq, a player, a coach, and a student. Over the past 3 years in RP, being a sports coaching student, I've been through ups, downs, and everything in between. And this is my journey. You see, balancing life as a student, as a coach, and as a player was never easy. One day, I found myself going for training. Following, planning a session. And lastly, finishing up my school assignment. I often felt very burnt out and at the same time frustrated because I couldn't give my 100% in all the roles that I have. But at the same time, I do feel proud and grateful for the support I've received, especially from my family, from my friends, teammates, classmates, and coaches. Through this support, I think I learned how to embrace this discomfort and at the same time enjoy the journey. Looking back, one of the most memorable and fulfilling moments was making a comeback from my foot fracture to placing second in IVP. That period really pushed me both physically and mentally, as I really wanted to get a medal for both myself and the team. Another highlight for me was year 1 Sem 1, where my classmates and I often stayed back late to complete assignments together, and this is where we would eat, sleep, and find ways to relieve our stress. This period really taught me the power of teamwork, where we can share our thoughts and achieve a better outcome. Lastly, being exposed to multiple coaching practices, where I am fortunate enough to be able to work on my strengths and weaknesses, using different coaching approaches, and also applying it for my football courses and my part-time job. This taught me how to adapt and learn quickly, especially under pressure and new environments. Balancing multiple roles with high expectations often lead to stress. And stress showed up in different ways for me. Physically, I was always tense. My heart would tend to race before games or even training. My muscles also feel tight. And most of the time, I was always constantly tired. I also had moments where I doubted myself, where I would overthink whether I was doing good enough or letting people down. I also tend to skip meals, procrastinate, or isolate myself, especially during submission weeks, because this is where all my assignments would pile up and the workloads with trainings and matches all tend to come together. Although there are times where the stress can give me some sort of motivation to work smarter and function quicker, but I do feel that there is more bad than good. But stress didn't just affect me. It also affected how teams function. Throughout my 3 years in RP, I had experience working with different people. There are some who come from IT, some JC, and even some from NS. And with this different background, they tend to have different way of approach in studying. Some may be a natural born leader, some may need some guidance, and some can also bring the team down. There are also some instances where other courses are able to work together, such as our sports law, where we work with other courses in common sports. And there are some where we have issues working together, such as critical thinking, where schools from other schools come together and do the same module. But eventually, we will always be able to come together and achieve the same outcome. Most probably because of how we understand that the grades that we have are as a team. A letter to future me. I will manage my stress better by having a planned schedule. I will use breathing techniques and workouts to improve my performance on the pitch. I will keep refining my coaching style by shadowing other coaches and applying what fits into my coaching philosophies. I will also make time for reflection as a student, coach, and a player. I will also communicate more with my teammates, coaches, lecturers to avoid burnout. So, my biggest takeaway is this: reflection fuels growth. Without reflecting, I would have stayed stuck in stress and self-doubt. And after I graduate, I intend to continue beautifying my craft by coaching youth players, enrolling in more coaching courses, and staying humble as a lifelong learner. Thank you.